Viewers, I want to begin with a basic but disquieting question. Would any journalist that refers to himself as a nationalist be counting TRPs when the nation was counting its losses in the wake of a cowardly attack in Pulwama? That attack, viewers, was on our braves, the men who stand vigil at the front line, tasked with one responsibility: keeping us all safe. Unfortunately, the editor/anchor of a news channel, Arnab Goswami, described the day when 40 Indian braves sacrificed their lives as a win like crazy for his channel. This is what he was saying to Partho Das Gupta, who was the former tainted head of the BARC, which is the ratings agency. Why was he saying this, viewers? He was saying this because he wanted him to know how hard his channel was covering this tragedy, so that Partho Das Gupta would perhaps take that into account when drawing up the ratings. I don't know. These are questions he needs to answer. But many military veterans and commentators today are shocked by this casual hyphenation between the coverage of an attack on national security with greed for TRPs. Are we to believe? And listen to this. This is what Goswami says. Sir, 20 minutes ahead on the biggest terrorist attack of the year in Kashmir. Only channel with a ground presence. You know, viewers, who rushes in when they smell blood? Hyenas and vultures. They rush in. They compete to be first. Why would you want to compete to be the first at the scene of a cowardly attack on our forces, viewers? He says, have planned some build-up thing after we spoke. Idea to gain massive spike. His coverage of Pulwama was to gain a massive spike, viewers. In what? In ratings. He's saying it himself. It requires no interpreter to interpret this, viewers. He says, this attack we have won like crazy. He's referring to the coverage. What's more, the reference raises the question, would any so-called nationalist anchor cover a terrorist attack from the prism of TRP? Mr. Goswami is, of course, trying hard to change the goalposts. But the fact is that he was one of the first to criticize a journalist, a very well-known journalist, for an alleged indiscretion related to national security. He's the first to call commentators and politicians traitors when they question the armed forces or the government on any national security issue. Times Now is very consistent, viewers. Anyone who sides with terrorists is an enemy of this state. But Times Now doesn't go rushing in with OBs, with crews, to score a spike when there is a dastardly terror attack. This channel, viewers, this channel, 4 days, none of us slept when 26/11 happened. We didn't go to coffee shops, viewers. When 26/11 happened, it's not in our DNA. It's not. We also love this country. We are patriots. And if we can't ask these basic questions tonight, then we should all be ashamed of ourselves. Yes, we are asking these questions today, even though a large number of our audiences would think that we are doing it out of self-interest. No, viewers, what is hurting, and Times Now has always stood for the welfare of our forces. What is hurting today is that we have become so cynical in this country that for us, a terror attack is an opportunity now to score ratings. And who's done this, who's confessed to this, and is not even denying it because he can't, is a person who stands in judgment of just about anyone else when they question the forces, rightly. No problems. Yes, stand in judgment. Why then today should he not be judged by the same standards that he sets for others? That's the question. Why run away from explaining to the world what you mean when you say, let's go back to the first chat, Nizam Bhai, let's stay on that. Sir, 20 minutes ahead on the biggest terrorist strike of the year in Kashmir. Only channel with a ground presence. Have planned some build-up thing after we spoke, idea to gain massive spike. This attack we have won like crazy. When India was counting the moments when we will want to strike back, viewers, when mothers were counting and hoping against hope that the body bag did not reveal their son or daughter, this individual was counting TRPs. It's abominable.